Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Planet Explorers. Now, as many of you know, and many of you know because many of you found me because of this game, I once played this a while back, did a number of videos, I think 27 or so, during the Alpha 5 and 6 stage. The game is now in Alpha 8, 8.2, or as I guess they call it 0.82 right now. So there's been a lot of new updates, and we've been talking over the last week or so about a return. I've been asking for your feedback and everything. So here we are playing story mode, but we're going to be doing this very sandboxy and kind of avoiding the story quest for the most part, at least for you guys on your end. I'm probably going to be following along with the quest from time to time, but I'll do a lot of it off camera. Now occasionally I'm going to bump into these guys and do a little bit of shopping with them. For now, I'm not going to actually buy anything from Gertie, I don't think. We're going to go ahead and close this. And I'm going to start running to the next camp and kind of fill you in on my plan. So, there's a camp over the hill here, and then there's other points along the map as well. And once we discover those, we can actually port between them pretty quick. So, I'm actually going to spend a bit of time here revisiting some of the world that we've been to before, and maybe some new places, and basically establishing those camps so we can hop between them, you know, fast travel between them pretty quickly. Now, the idea behind this run is that, like I said, we're going to do story quests off camera for the most part. I will be doing that to try and kind of get through some of the stuff I've done before. But primarily we're going to focus on doing this sandbox style. I want to find a cool place to settle down, make a colony, build a house. We want to build vehicles, weapons, you know, swords, guns, all of that stuff. So one of the first things I'm wanting to do is find a place to get established. Now, some of the world has changed a bit since I last played, and so we're going to see some new things as far as the geography goes. And that's kind of why I want to set out and explore the world a bit. See if we can find a really cool scenic spot to build a place, a home, and get some construction going on. So we're coming up here on the first, or I guess it's the next crash location, ours being the first one back there by the water. So we're just going to cruise up here. Let's hit the map. So we have discovered it now, Carter's Camp. So we have a house icon. This is kind of cool. The crash scene is has been updated, which I saw last time I was in here when I was gathering feedback from you guys. So anyway, we definitely have new land masses, big chunks sticking up. That's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much all I needed to do here. We got the camp established. Now, we can raid this, yes, if I recalled correctly, and I did. So we're just going to kind of wipe it out. Sorry, Carter, I know you need this stuff, but we need it more. We're going to be hitting the dusty trail. So we're going to head off in this direction. Now, I know there's some cool places out here in the middle that might be kind of fun to establish a residence. We're even going to pass by the place I left off in episode 27, where I had tunneled up through a bit of this, I don't know what to call it. It's not really a mountain, is it? It's some kind of structure. And I built a house on the top of it. Now, that was back when the building worked a little bit differently. Back then it was much more voxel based. Now it's a lot more cube based, and I'm kind of two minds on that. One, I like the previous way better, the voxels. It just seemed kind of cooler, maybe a little bit more quote-unquote realistic. With the cubes now, the cubes kind of stand out, right? We've got this very voxel-based world, but if we, for example, if we go into a build mode, so I can show you, you can see it's a cube here. So if I were to set this down, we'll be setting down blocks, kind of Minecraft style. So anyway, there is that aspect where, yeah, it doesn't quite fit the terrain, I suppose. Now, on the other hand, you can build some really cool stuff when you're getting into the blocks. The voxel-based stuff, we would drag out walls, and they were kind of angled. You couldn't do really, like, flat surfaces that well, so this is kind of better for that. So, like I said, I'm kind of two mindsets there on whether that's a good or bad thing, these changes, but I think for the most part, I do prefer the change. I think if I had to pick, I would say this is kind of cooler. I think we can do a lot more with it now. So we're going to pass this structure here. This is a very large one. This would be kind of cool to build some steps up and make some kind of fortress or something on top, but we're going to keep going because I've got a place in mind up ahead. I kind of want to see what it looks like. It'd be nice, what we want to do is try and find Chen. He's out here somewhere at the meteor crater. Should still be in the game. And then at some point past that, we should find the rock formation, which is where we last played in episode 27. So I'm kind of wanting to hit those hot spots, those spots that we were bouncing between so long ago. So let's continue to jog and see if we can't find these locations. Okay, there's Chen. We got the rock formation. It definitely looks different. Those rocks didn't stick up so high last time. That's pretty cool. Let's actually step over here, take a peek inside. And down in the crater, it's not looking a whole lot different. Just the kind of stone sticking up looks a little bit different. So let's step over here. We're going to check the map. Yep, we've got the meteorite crater. Very cool. So we can fast travel here in the future. And let's talk to Chen real quick, just see what he has. So he has scripts for various tools and weapons. That's cool. And even has weapons and bullets. That's good to know. 6 apiece. Very cool. He's got some good stuff here. And then we have the monster beacons. This is going to be pretty fun later. We can have some beacons to summon some creatures and try and fend them off. But we have a long ways to go till there. We've got a lot of building to do. And it's good to see you again, Chen, but we are going to head out. We're going to, as he waves, we're going to continue on in this direction here and see if we can find the rock formation. That's our next stop along this path of nostalgia. Okay, we have all kinds of land masses here sticking up from the ground, and this one's kind of ramping up here, so let's step up here real quick, take a peek. Now I thought the rock formation would be right around here somewhere. I'm not quite seeing it, but this is a pretty cool spot here. Let's check the map. Yeah, I really thought the rock formation was here. Might be south of me a bit, but look at that view. Some very cool spots out here. Well, let's cruise over in this direction because it could be right over there on the other side of those big chunks. In fact, when we last were here, I had the house built up on one of these, and it actually looked similar to one of these two up ahead here. So we'll cruise over here and see if we can find that spot and try to avoid aggro and death. Uh-oh, he's running this direction. Oh no, he's coming for me. And we may not make it out of here, but oh well. I think we will start back at the crater, unless he decides to leave us alone. Go away. Oh, look at him leap forward. Okay, I think he's gonna leave us alone. Nope. Well, it looks like I found it. We've got the, I can see what looks like the rock formation straight ahead of me here. And to the left, we've got the structure that we actually built on top of last time. You can even see it's got the smaller one connected to it. So it looks like it's probably identical to what it was before, which is pretty cool. So we're going to cruise over here and connect with the rock formation. In fact, it's already found it. Very cool. But we'll step over here anyway and take a peek around. It's bringing back some memories. Okay, cool. So I'm kind of curious. We're gonna actually take this out real quick. Oh, we got a guy chasing us. Now we should be able to take this guy out. Hopefully. And if not, we should start right here at the rock formation anyway. Down you go. Give me your meat. There we go. We'll take all that. Cool. I think this rock formation gets smaller and smaller. There was one point where it was very large. Then it got a bit smaller, and then, you know, it might be the same. I might be remembering wrong, but it's definitely smaller than the very first time I saw it. So let's see. We've got Adisa and Lau here. Hey, hey. Oh, man. Having flashbacks now. Very cool. So she's got some of the stuff Chen had. Some armor and everything. The vehicle parts. That's right. She's got some of those vehicle parts. Very cool. We have a scanner update here. So this will find silver, zinc, and petroleum. Okay, so basically if I bring this up and hit scan, you'll see that we, excuse me, that we now have a scanner, which is pretty cool. We can actually spin this around. It shows us the various formations. And once we have some of the upgrades, I think it was called an upgrade, once, you know, I get one of those and it can find silver, for example, we can actually, down here, we'll have an option to turn on silver and it will show us nearby silver. So right now we don't have anything, but I don't intend on mining just yet. I will be back here, though. Hold tight, guys. I will be back to visit you. And, yeah, but at least we've got this established, and we can continue our journey. We can see the ocean to the south of us. Very familiar. We can see the trees in the distance. And in fact, we can even see the next site from here. Look at that. I had previously had to turn the graphics down and the draw distance so far because the game didn't run so well for me, and I was running it down at 720p. But here we are, much later. I've got the new computer. We're running 1080p, and we can see that camp from all the way over here. That is very cool. We can make a straight run for it, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get that marked on the map as well, and then I think we may end up cruising around to some points down here where I know there's another camp or two, and yeah, from there I think we'll start looking for a place to settle down. Okay, here we are at the next crash site. Now, it looks like it still has bears again. We're gonna back up here and see, do we have any crew out here? Previously, there was a camp on the other side of this. They were kind of stand around here, at least one of them. And then we had the den of the bears, but it looks like the bears are wandering much farther into the camp here. Oh, and he's gonna come at me. So we're gonna get out of here. Let's keep going in this direction, though. I did want to head over here. We're gonna check. We do have this marked on the map, which is excellent. So we've got a bit of a jog now as we run along the coast, essentially, before we get to the next camp. So again, I just want to come around. In fact, we may shortcut through here. We're looking for a camp that's somewhere around here, I believe. And it's also a potential place to kind of establish a base. I seem to recall it looking pretty cool out there by the water, but we'll see once we get there. I've got another place I want to check out as well. It's kind of back up in this area, but we'll be able to port back to the rock formation, for example, and run up there. So this is all about the exploring, at least here initially, trying to find a good place to settle down and call home. Okay, and now we've arrived at the next crash site. Now this is a place I seem to recall liking quite a bit, and it is pretty nice out here. I really like this beach, how it's not so flat. It's pretty cool looking. You got that pseudo island out there. It's actually like a peninsula, and then you've actually got some chunks out there you can see of other islands, and I don't remember seeing those. I don't know if it was a draw distance thing or if those are kind of new, but anyway, that's kind of cool. So let's go over here and talk to these guys here. Talk to Ataro. And see what he has going on. So he has a rope gun. That's cool. Got a shield. He's got all the good stuff. Lots of good stuff here. Got some turrets. Some jets. We will definitely be back to see him as well at some point. Let's see, he's got guns, that's cool. Or bullets, rather. Very cool. Particle cannons, nice. Parts, all kinds of stuff. Excellent. Cool, let's cruise over here. Yeah, he just wants to chat. He's bored. Cool, so let's bring up the map, and we've got this location now. We've got the coast crash site. You can see it's actually a big island down there. And like I said, I've got one other place I want to look at, and it's right up in this area here. So I think we'll go ahead and head over to the rock formation, begin the run up there, and take a look at that spot and see what we think. Now, we don't have a lot of materials. Probably the next step will be gathering some materials. I think wood would be pretty good, and we may, who knows, we may end up coming back here for that, or maybe some other place. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump over there and see if we can find a good spot out in the plains. Okay, we've come a bit north of the rock formation, and we're going to be losing sun here in a bit. But anyway, this is looking kind of cool out here. Kind of got this valley, these plains, and I believe this was a bit more flat last time we were here. Definitely had a lot less formations going on. So there's a lot of cool place out here. Now, I would like to be closer to water, so I think as we head kind of in this eastern direction, a little bit north, we should be seeing the ocean at some point in the near future, and we can see even more rock formations over there. And I kind of like the idea of doing that, getting set up. Oh, look at that guy. Anyway, we're going to steer clear of him. But I like the idea of setting up, near or even on top of one of these rock formations, and then also being near the water. So let's see here. I'm even thinking, like, you got the arch sometimes between these two. It might be kind of cool to establish something inside of there and then tunnel into the structure. And let's head in this direction. I'm seeing the frog over here, the frog kind of rock formation. And that's another place we can save, I believe, and port to. So let's go hit that up real quick. And it might be kind of cool to get set up over there, in fact. Just to have that nearby. It's another thing to consider is when you've got these different points that you can port to or fast travel to, it might be nice to have one nearby, near to what we establish as our home. So if we found something, for example, in this area, and we could fast travel to that rock formation right there, that could be pretty cool. So maybe we can find a good spot near there, because I really do like this area. This is a pretty cool spot. I wouldn't mind being closer to the water, but I'm pretty sure it's just right over the hill there, so it's not too bad. Plus, I mean, we're going to be making vehicles. We're going to get to drive places and fly places, so we're going to be much more mobile than we were last time I was in here. So I guess I shouldn't worry too much about that stuff. Let's see the sun going down. Got our bits of shadow appearing here. Yeah, you can even see, I saw some sand. Yeah, we can see the water from here. It's not too far out there. And there we go. There is our frog rock formation. Let's see. It is on the map. Oh, they called it a bird head. I'm calling it a frog. Come on. It looks more like a frog, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe if the nose were more flat, I suppose. But anyway, the sun is going down. We're probably going to have to go ahead and call it a day here very soon. Oh, and I'm being hunted. We're going to try and basically run this guy off. But I think we might be able to find a cool place near here. In fact, oh, you know what? Maybe up on that rock formation right there. That could be pretty cool. Up on the edge. That's close enough to this guy where it's not too long of a run. At least till we get a vehicle, that's the only time it will matter. Or when we don't have a vehicle, that's the only time a jog will matter. But yeah, that could be kind of cool. We're gonna go up there and see what it looks like. We're gonna check the view out, but hopefully this guy will go ahead and leave us alone. Did he do it? Let's scroll back here a bit. I think he did. Look at that sun. Look at the sun right there. That's pretty cool looking. Yeah, I like this. Oh, and there's a little cave in there. We could, you know, could even build something right there. But I really want to go up on this edge here. Are these birds cool? I actually have no idea. I don't recall birds of this size before. Hopefully they don't swarm me. Okay, Hitchcock movie here. Let's see. Let's go near one. Okay, so they run away. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at all the formations you can see out there. This is kind of cool. This is like our Lion King moment right here. The circle of life. Yeah, this could be kind of cool. We even have the forest back there. That's pretty cool. Can't quite see the water from here, but I don't think it's too far. We even have another formation out there, some kind of ruins. I think that's where those dragon like birds fly around. I seem to recall going out there for a quest long ago. So anyway, yeah, I really like this. It's even somewhat flat up here. This could be a very cool spot for a new home. It looks very cool as the sun is setting on this. So anyway, yeah, I think this might be just the place to settle down. Well, we've done pretty good so far as the shadow passes over my face there. It's a little daunting. Hopefully he doesn't come back for me. But yeah, I think we've done pretty good so far. We got to run around, kind of re-explore. At least the, don't want to say world. There's still plenty of world to explore. But we re-explored some of the spots that we frequented last time we were here so long ago. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start gathering up some materials. I think we want to kind of get started settling here, even if that is as simple as putting down a flat surface and throwing the bed on it, something like that. We're gonna get things going here, and hopefully you guys stick around and follow me through this adventure once again. I'm really excited to be back in Planet Explorers, and I do have you guys to thank. You guys messaged me almost daily about this game. Ever since episode 27, it's been at the top of the list as far as the most frequently requested game. So thanks for doing that. Thanks for pushing that. I'm very excited to get back here, and thanks for being here, watching, participating, everything. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to share it with others. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.